Why are the Platt brothers awesome?
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark, and I'm going to help you sing and perform more like the top artists around the world. I'm a professional voice teacher, performance coach, and opera stage director. I've helped thousands of singers around the world learn the techniques and methods that got the top singers to where they are.
So I came across this video as I was watching. I'm a Ben Platt fan. I think it's always interesting to watch people from the same family because often they have similar physiology, and so that helps you see some consistent patterns of what they're doing with their unique physiology and what's going on there. But you also can see patterns of kind of what they've picked up and learned from each other. And you can also really easily see differences in how they're making sounds. And anyways, I just think it's really interesting to see people that are raised from the same family and to see how they sing together. Here we go.
AHAVAT OLAM בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת.
All right. There's so much to talk about. I will try to just choose one or two things. First thing, I want you to notice here that they were smart enough to really plan what they're doing as an ensemble in terms of placement of where people stood and also what they wear. I know it seems so simple and so obvious. It's like, well, any family picture, of course you try to do something like that, but it's not. We get groups together and it just takes a little bit of planning and effort, but makes a huge difference visually. You'll notice we got blue, creams, whites, and that's pretty much what we got, including the wall behind us, right? So you'll notice Ben's overalls match the wall behind him. We have the white t-shirt of the two other guys. That kind of planning, even this kind of informal COVID-esque setting where we're just together with family in a room, it's important because, again, what we hear and what we see influence each other significantly. So take the time to plan. I also mentioned the positions that they're standing in. So let me walk you through it. If you blur your eyes a little bit and look at the screen and imagine that it's a 2D image, you'll notice that visually they kind of create a U shape with their height. So they put shortest brother in the middle, two taller brothers on the outside. Okay, no big deal, right? Well, it is a big deal. It's a big deal because of this. Say you put the tallest brother in the middle. What then are we saying? Well, what that then does is makes that middle person the central focal point. Everything's pointing towards that person. You can say, well, the same thing for this shortest person. Isn't that just a reverse of the same thing? Not really. Because at least for me, my eyes interpret it more as part of a circle, part of this U shape. And so rather than placing someone at predominance, it's letting my eyes roam back and forth among the entire ensemble. So this position for these three guys where it's really about these three brothers together, no one's really taking center, putting the shortest brother in the middle, really smart. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm one of the shortest brothers. I have 6 brothers. I'm one of the shortest ones, if not the shortest one. And so maybe I'm biased there about the shortest person being in the middle, but I don't think so. See what you think. I'd love to hear what you have to say down below. Comment, tell me what you think about positions of groups and ensembles. Vocally, what's also really interesting here is that they are blending gorgeously together. Why I think that's fascinating is because you'll notice their mouth shapes are quite different. Ben Platt, you'll notice you'll see a lot of these upper teeth. This music theater training, his having to sing a really difficult role night after night after night is kind of shown here. Again, I don't know these two other brothers. Maybe they are famous in their own right. I don't want to say anything there. I have no idea. But that's what I'm seeing with Ben. Then you shift over. Middle brother here, you're seeing a little bit of the teeth, a little more height, a little more roundness here in the mouth. And then you go all the way over, and then you'll see that you're almost seeing no teeth and really relaxed here. Now, if we're talking about ensemble, the more covered here, rounder, taller space is probably going to help them blend better together, right? If they're all singing with a really bright forward sound, then it probably wouldn't blend so much. But to me, it seems like the sound we're blending to is bends. Now, we're with a family, so that's not fair to say. Maybe they're just used to singing together and this is kind of the sound that they make when they're singing together. Who knows? No idea. But what's interesting here is that they are blending so well, even with their mouth shape so different. What would be fascinating to hear is if you were to have each one of them sing by themselves with this mouth position, how different it is. So there's a few things we learned from it. Number one, different mouth position and mouth shape is not the only factor in shaping a sound, and when we're talking about ensembles, on blending a sound. In fact, it's often the shape back here in the back of our mouth that's really going to help us blend and create this sounding sense of ensemble. The other thing that's going to make a big difference is the way we say the vowels. You can think of it kind of as an accent. How are we really saying the vowels? Now you might think I'm just saying an ah vowel, but there's a lot of different ah vowels. There's ah, ah. People could think of all of those as ah vowels, but they're all totally different. Making sure that each person of that group is singing the exact same vowel is crucial to that sense of blend. And what I'm hearing right now is they're all singing the same vowel, and I think it's gorgeous. I think they're doing a lovely job.
AHAVAT OLAM בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת.
Okay, my question to you. Do you believe that they mean what they're saying? I do. Let me tell you what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing that as I watch them, that all of a sudden they check out and that they're just singing or they're trying to sing pretty and that they're not connected to what they're saying or they're communicating. They're not connected to the emotion. They're not connected to what they're trying to communicate. To me, they're showing me that they're connected to what they're communicating the whole time. Does that mean that they're always like super dramatic about it? No. But it's clear that they're focused on what they're saying and singing and not just on making sound. Really, really crucial. Even when we're in an ensemble, we have to stay connected to what we're trying to communicate and not just let our brains check out, go on autopilot, and try to make a pretty sound. It just doesn't work. It's okay. It can be pretty for about 30 seconds and then we get bored of it. But if you're trying to communicate and be genuine, authentic, and share a message, we'll keep watching for a long time. Let's keep watching.
Alkein Adonai Elohei Adonai Beshoveinu Kumeinu Nasiach Bechukecha.
Okay, so you notice we're getting the middle higher range, and now you're seeing this upper teeth come out across the board. Surprise, surprise.
ונשמח לדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם באהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים
Other thing I want to point out here is how they connect with their entire body. You'll notice that they each use their hands and their arms and their body differently, their faces, their necks, but you can see the entire body moving, right, on some level. It doesn't mean like they're rocking out or they're like trying to be fake or like dance or anything, but you can see that they're keeping that beat in their body. And that's really important, especially when you're a group here, you don't have someone conducting it. To have everyone really be consciously tapping into that rhythmic pulse that's going on is going to really help them stay together and stay synced to what's going on. It's also going to help that they are not just feeling that rhythmic pulse and what's going on as a metric thing, as something just trying to keep the time and stay together. No. It's part of what they're trying to communicate. One way you can practice that is by imagining that the beat, the pulse, is equivalent to your heart rate. And so that if you're imagining that pulse of the music is your heart beating and feeling that emotion, that's one way you can tie the two together and help keep the energy of the song connected to what's going on with your body and the beat and all that together. Cool. And we're seeing that here. Love how we're seeing that flexibility in their body, which is allowing them to express themselves both physically and with their voice. Love it.
When we lie down, when we rise up, this joy will last forever.
Okay, brother in the center. Gorgeous. Man, I love all these guys. I love what I'm seeing here. So brother in the center, you'll notice he went up there, and I think the word was last. You see this top teeth come out last rather than last. Really important. In this higher range, it's going to help keep that sound forward and present, working really well. Loved it. Loved how relaxed his jaw was. Went down and back, tongue forward. So expressive with his face at the same time. He didn't just go on autopilot and think, high note, got to do something. No, he integrated everything that was going on into communicating. Love it. Other two brothers doing awesome too. I just would happen to be watching the center brother in that moment. Loved it.
When we lie down, when we rise up.
Notice up, down, everything has this ah in it. Wow, it's keeping this consistent sound across them, keeping it forward, kind of keeping that more pop-like sound involved with that high space in it in the back. That's keeping the warmth and richness. Love it.
This joy will last forever, forever.
Forever. Not forever. Love it.
AHAVAT OLAM בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. I think that was good.
I'll be honest. I'm a Ben Platt fan, and I love all of this. I love this. I thought it was amazing. I want to go figure out the center brother, what he's doing and where his singing is at. If you got recommendations of where we can see the different Platt brothers sing, put them down below. I'd love to check them out. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Tell me what you saw, what you heard, what you thought made them so awesome. Let me help you find your voice, your optimal singing voice, the singing voice that you want to use, that you're happy with the sound, and also your voice as a performer, how you're going to reach out to the world and communicate them in a way that's meaningful and feels right and genuine, authentic to you and touches your audience at the same time. You can find me at foundyourvoice.com. You can also get a quick response from me to a short video or audio clip on wizio.com. I would love to work with you. Book a time, send me a clip. I look forward to working with you online. See you next time.